back to the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. It is Monday night action at the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. We got a game featuring a pair of unbeaten teams. Team British Columbia, skipped by Sebastian Robillard from the Kamloops Curling Club, and Team New Brunswick, skipped by James Grattan from the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton. I'm Al Cameron from Curling Canada, joined once again tonight by Scott Moncourt on color commentary. And Scott, we saw some great games yesterday, you and I together, and now we've got a team, two teams looking to keep their winning streaks alive for a great game tonight. Two of the pre-event teams that I think people were looking at, and your thoughts on what we're about to see tonight.
Yeah, yesterday we had the opportunity to see the territories in Quebec, which also we think were pre-event favorites, and these teams are right there with them. So I think this is going to be a great game. Obviously, New Brunswick has a lot of experience at the national level here, and we'll see if that pays off.
We'll run down the lineups for both these teams. As mentioned, the Team New Brunswick playing out of the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton. Skip, James Grattan. The vice skip is Jill Babin. Second, Jamie Brannon. Lead, Jacqueline Crandall. They are 2-0, a pair of 1-point wins. They won this morning on our sheet of ice right here. They were throwing blue in that game, FYI, so they're not throwing the same set of rocks twice in a row on the same day. So they beat Saskatchewan 5-4 and opened the Canadian Mixed last night with a 6-5 win over Newfoundland and Labrador. Team BC playing out of the Kamloops Curling Club. Skip, Sebastian Robillard. The vice skip is Carla Thompson. Second, Nathan Small, and the lead is Amanda Guido. They won their opener this afternoon over Newfoundland and Labrador 5-3. And we do have rocks in play, so that's always a good sign for the first end here at the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. We know this sheet of ice will swing, and we know it's fast. It
will. Yesterday we saw up to 7 feet of curl on draws. It looks like a lot of curl there tonight, and you're absolutely right. These teams look comfortable. They're willing to mix it up here early in the first with the center guard from BC, and New Brunswick countered with a corner, and off we go. So this come around is going to come up short, and anything where the speed isn't there on this ice will curl. So they've lined up 3 in a row there just off the center line.
32 on your second one. 90?
Just top 4.
Nathan Small, the second. So this is a team that has some geographical challenges. Sebastian Robillard lives down at the coast. Nathan Small, who's about to throw, lives in Nelson, which he and I were talking earlier today. Nelson seems to be 7 hours from everywhere. 7 hours from Vancouver, 7 hours from Calgary, 7 hours from Kamloops, where the 2 female players on this team are from. So, but just a lovely town in the Selkirk Mountains, tucked away.
Go, hard, your butt. Go, keep going.
But they found a way to win that BC Mixed Championship, and here they are 1-0, and
keep going. That's good. Okay.
Playing well here in the first end.
A little bit light on that come around, but it's buried. It's top 8. It's going to make James clean up the front.
You got it.
Jamie Brannon.
A lot of weight.
Playing in his second Canadian Mixed. He skipped New Brunswick in 2008 at Calgary. Makes the peel of that top guard, but it is still BC. Sitting shot, half buried, and
same thing, right around all of it.
There you hear the call from Sebastian Robillard.
I don't hate that line, just a bit more weight.
Yeah, he knows he's got to make this a little bit better. We saw yesterday the amount of curl, a hack weight hit on that shot rock would be available with the right-handed in-turn.
Yep, line. You gotta go.
Got the same speed.
You gotta go line again. Hard. Where is it?
Top 8, top 12.
Hard. Freeze. Hard. How hard, Amanda? Go.
You got it. Go.
Hard. Keep going. Whoa.
Well, they worked that all the way down the ice. Not lack of effort on that sweep, and it is sitting 1-2, but both rocks available.
Still like that?
Yeah, open up a double opportunity for New Brunswick here as well, even though it rolled in for second shot. Double and roll behind the corner might be there. But I think the hit and roll is his priority. get either one. Hit it a little bit thick and jammed it. Lost the shooter. They like the weight choice, though. They asked for control. It sounded like they got that.
You could probably
just
get
not
to
as
the
much
nose
curl
and
as I
tap this
expected.
into the forefoot. Feline weight.
Okay. I think like 95 or 0. Okay.
Carla Thompson now. Left-hander. Skip BC at the 2016 Scotties in Grand Prairie,
Where is
Alberta.
it? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Line's good!
Whoa, whoa! Where is it?
Whoa!
I can't hear you. Where? Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nathan. Nathan. Nathan all the way.
Trying to
Nathan,
get a little
go.
extra curl at the end here.
Hard. Okay, good weight.
Tap that to full 4. The double might still be available to New Brunswick, though.
Yep.
Be nice to get to nose. No, we don't need the double yet.
I like 10 and a half.
Yeah. Do you think you can get it with that? Yeah.
New Brunswick's going to be patient here. Just nose hit and leave it there in a spot where BC will have a tough time getting it out without jamming it on the shot rock.
You know, that's one of my favorite words when it comes to curling is patience. And you don't have to solve every problem all at once.
Right, and these teams know that. They're two of the top teams, and I think we're going to see some patient ends and ends build up. And, you know, maybe a big end here or there.
Stay with the roll.
Hard, Jamie.
Very nice.
Did make the double. Rolled open, but it's going to take a pretty precise hit and roll for BC to get back under these center guards.
You can see the great sweeping effort by Jamie Brannon. Got enough curl out of it to get the double and a roll over.
Whoa, 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 where? Amanda. Okay, that's fine.
Don't think they're going to be able to hold that shooter.
Hard, eh?
Well, good thing I was narrow.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of weight for a hit, 5-foot hit and roll.
You got to go there now.
I like that, yep.
James would have preferred to build this end around the corner guards, but it's getting late in the end, and with 2 center guards up there, if he doesn't get there, then BC will go first. So he's going to try and beat them to it, and the play's going to come into the forefoot.
Jill Babin played in 6 Scotties Tournament of Hearts for New Brunswick. 6 and counting, because I'm sure she and that team from Fredericton,
Looks
skipped by
heavy, it's
Andrea
running.
Crawford, will be taking another run at it this season to
Not
try and get to
curling.
Thunder Bay for the 2022 Scotties.
Right here, Jamie.
This line looks really good.
It's very funny to hear Jill Babin say it's not curling. Oh, trust me, it'll curl.
Yeah, just wait a second. But perfectly placed above the tee line, dead buried behind both those guards. It's going to force a freeze or a freeze tap here out of BC.
Top 4, top button. What are you thinking for speed? No bounce, eh? Short on that line's fine.
Sebastian Robillard now.
Whoa.
Stay
Wait
close.
on me.
Line's great.
Wait
Sweeper's
on
on
me.
this
Top
pretty
You gotta
early.
go line.
Line's great.
They're
Top
also
four.
calling sweep for line.
Freeze it
Line's
right on.
great. Top 4, no
Freeze
bounce.
it, no bounce.
Sweeper seem to
Line's
like it
great.
now.
No bounce.
No.
Yeah.
No. Good.
Very, very nice.
Kind of got us both ways right now.
I know.
I think it's still New Brunswick shot rock, though.
It is, yeah. But that was the goal there from Sebastian. He said top 4, top button, so he was always playing the freeze. He didn't want to bounce that off and give James an opportunity to hit and roll another one behind and bring a 3 into play. So with that shot made, it's actually going to be a tough 2.
I think we can be here.
Okay, and then you draw for.
Because then it forces him to kind of play that, and we'll probably get one.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, then we might have a
We're
draw.
not, I don't see a scenario where it's
Okay.
right here.
James looking to put this top 8. And you could hear from his conversation with Jill that he's hoping BC will make a play on it. And maybe set up an opportunity for something more. And if not, then he'll have the side of the button for 2.
Top 8. I'd like to leave it kind of almost wide open. I want to hit it next time.
Grattan. Saw him in the bubble in Calgary last March skipping New Brunswick at the Tim Hortons Brier, which he'd done. That was his 13th trip to the Tim Hortons Brier.
No. Where? No, just there. Just leave it. Yeah, finish it.
Top 8 was the call.
Okay, that's nice.
Kind of over curled where they wanted it to end up a little bit.
No, I think we can.
Okay, I like it.
Hack?
Sebastian's going to go to the right-handed intern side and see if he can make a play on that shot rock.
How much can you see this red?
From the hack, probably not an awful lot.
And this one? Just a little bit? Yeah, enough to make it.
We're almost right behind the hack, and it does look like it's easier on this
Try
side
to
of
get
the
as
sheet.
close to nose as you can.
That one James just threw is fully buried.
Back line. I can see enough. Back line. Oh, yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Close.
Clean! Yeah!
There it goes.
Quit. Hard.
Really good sweeping here. It's got a chance. They've got it by. Did they get it by the second
There
one?
it is. Oh my.
Sorry, guys.
Drop.
And this is what we talked about last night, isn't it? Just be able to anticipate that break, and they're just maybe a half second too late on calling the
That one,
sweep.
yeah, they were really close to making that. Had they gotten by that red top 8,
That's gold.
yeah, they would have shot rock would have been gone, and their roll wouldn't have been too far. Chance they would have sat 1-2. So just a centimeter from great, but James is going to have a shot for 2 here.
I got to throw it there by myself. I have sweeping weight. There's no way to make it.
No way to get that blue out of there.
Well, I'll just do it then.
Okay. I'll wait this for you.
Just basically draw to the button, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I wreck on the red on the top, we give 1. So we don't want to do that. I'd rather hit the corner. a little more. Can I throw the same weight in here?
Good?
It was interesting watching the pregame practice. We noticed, you noticed that James was not throwing to the button. He was throwing all to the wings, and that's a reflection, I guess, that he wasn't going to throw the pregame draw.
Yeah, but now, it's a pretty crucial draw. It's only the first end, but getting 2 here is really important.
If there's a guy I'd trust to make a draw like this, it's James Grattan.
He's made a few. And third game on this ice, second on the same sheet
A problem,
today.
though.
Okay.
Not this time.
Just got it out a little bit too far, a little too much ice. It's going to be 1 for New Brunswick.
It's interesting, mindset and be able to deal with potentially a disappointment of not getting a deuce. I remember talking to Adam Kingsbury about that a few years ago when he was coaching Team Holman. And he's saying, that's one of the things he really worked with all the teams he coaches when they take one in the first end. And, you're always trying to get that deuce, but listen, you're in the lead. Being in the lead is better than being tied. It's better than being behind.
Yeah.
So, take that point and build on it. And that's, I'm sure, what the mindset is here for New Brunswick. We're in the lead. That's a good thing.
Yep. They've lost the hammer, but they do have the 1-point lead. So, a steal in the second or a force. Force one here, and they're right back where they wanted to be, tied with the hammer. So, a lot of game left to be played. They're going to be able to come back from that missed shot.
Talked about James Gratton and Jamie Brannon. Both of them were playing for Team New Brunswick in the bubble at Tim Hortons Briar, and Jacqueline Crandall also played the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in the bubble, playing for the Melissa Adams team.
You can see how much curl is still out there. They were trying to get that on the center line, and 2 feet over curled from a very experienced lead who's played on conditions like this. So they'll figure that out. They'll get the broom in the right spot as the game goes along. There's a corner guard called for here by BC.
Yeah, line's tight. You got to go, Nathan. Where is it?
Short.
Is it over?
Yep.
It's losing line quick.
Yeah, when it's this light, it starts to curl early, and then even though this is over the hog line, it may not be of much use as a corner. We'll see. We'll see what they do with it as the end goes on. I think we'll probably see them throw another corner on that same side.
3. You got it.
Tighter in.
James calling this on the center line, ideally tight guard, but he said if it gets in, that's okay. He'll be sitting too, controlling the end. And to your point earlier, he has the lead, so he doesn't need to get in a complicated end right now.
No, it's 3. On its own.
Tighter in, that's fine. Just make sure it's tight.
It is definitely tight. It might be 4.
Okay, that's fine.
I think it is.
We mentioned earlier today that New Brunswick has won this Canadian Mixed Championship on 2 occasions. Both times skipped by an Odishaw. It was 1994. Grant Odishaw won at
She hit in the
Leduc.
broom.
And then his brother Terry skipped New Brunswick to victory in 2007 at Kitchener, Ontario. It's been a dry spell for BC, though. You have to go back all the way to 1985 at Toronto when Steve Skillings won the Canadian Championship. Pat Sanders playing vice skip on that team. Of course, she would go on to win a Scotties and a World Championship for Canada.
That's good.
That's good, Amanda.
So double made, and shooter rolls over to the side where that corner guard is, and that's the side Sebastian's going to want to play on here as the end goes on. But James will try to hit and roll back to the center, move the play away from that corner.
Scott, not typically an event that produces a lot of blanks, but
like
we could be seeing one here.
We could.
Just a piece.
Although yesterday we saw Jamie Cooey make a miraculous come around, a corner guard that we didn't think would ever come into play. He made it, and that was the force. So we'll see if that's the case here as this end goes on. But right now, yeah, pretty clean. Both teams happy to just go up and down the sheet here.
It looks like Sebastian's going to call a guard here for Nathan Small.
Where? Yeah, we got to go line. We got to go for line. Amanda, hard.
2.
Okay, let it stop. It's over curling.
Pretty aggressive call there, given where the New Brunswick stone is full 4. James is going to guard that, knowing that it's in such a great spot. So double corners, but again, both of them are pretty high on that side.
You got it. Yeah, should be good. Okay, you got it.
Real tight.
Yeah, our hard
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Higher the better.
Leave it.
Just Just over, just over.
It's over curling, so they're going to let it stop so it doesn't continue to curl. So James just asked him to leave it high, leave it high. That has over curled, and it's actually become a really good corner for BC. So
yeah, big opportunity here now to use those stones over on the right hand of the sheet. Left hand as you're looking at it. Nathan Small.
That's a nice throw.
Yep.
10.
Whoa,
10.
whoa, yeah,
Hard.
yeah.
Hard.
You gotta go hard.
Gotta go hard. Go, Amanda. Go.
Hard.
Amanda Guido really working this to keep it straight.
yeah, got it by the guard.
Can they hold it in the rings though?
Don't think so.
It's okay. Breathe. No worries.
Softening everything.
It's okay. Breathe. No.
So this is a tricky situation for New Brunswick. These are corner guards. James doesn't want to be playing around corners without the hammer here. So he could have thrown a center guard. But looks like he's going to go top 12 and try and choke the path away of BC trying to get around those corners. And BC may have to hit and roll open, play into James's strategy here.
Top 12. Top 12.
It's almost one of those things you don't want to bury this either,
Really
because you know
Very light.
the corner freeze is available.
Yeah, it won't take Sebastian much time to make the call if this goes past top 12.
Mine's real good. Just, yep, Jamie. Oh.
Weight's really good.
You're good.
Just a half buried would be
about
great.
half open.
Yep.
Good spot.
Let's go around it. To freeze, it's okay, but around it's pretty good.
Okay.
T-line.
So this was a risk with New Brunswick kind of playing around that corner. You see a few rocks in here now.
That was also the opportunity that was left when Jamie Brannon was over-curled his guard
Yeah.
attempt too. That
Yeah.
brought
Let
this
it
side
curl.
into
Wait,
play.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Line's good.
Looks to have quite a bit of
Is it-
weight. Bit of a new path though.
Is it through?
We'll see if it comes down.
It's through. Okay.
Opportunity missed here from BC.
And it will just slide through on that sweep from James Grattan, proving that skips can in fact sweep.
Like where do you put it now?
Kind of forces them to go around it, but that's probably all right.
James throwing tight center guard now, knowing BC will probably go around it, but at least the play is on the center line. So you might get
This might be pretty good.
an opportunity.
Whatever you think.
Yeah, I like that better.
Changing it up. He's going to put 2 in the rings. Sit 2. This does have to be edge on the shot rock. He doesn't want to leave a little hit and roll under for BC. BC did just try to go there with the draw. And he doesn't want to give him an opportunity to have a pretty simple hit and roll.
Line's good. Line's real good. Top 4,
No,
guys.
that looks like it's hot.
Top 4 only. It can curl. Whoa, not deep. Real good line.
No, back four's not good.
So we think like a 10?
That's still pretty good. We freeze.
Okay.
It's interesting watching James Grattan play this
T-line.
morning, and he just had no clue how to manage this ice, and he was fully willing to admit it, even a guy who's been to 13, 14 Briars. But it's you and I talked about it last night, that ability to believe what it's going to do, even though it doesn't make any rational sense that it can curl that much.
Yeah, I think
line's
now
good.
that they're into their 3rd game,
Gotta be T,
they
lines.
must
It's
believe it
curling.
now. So I think they've got a better grasp
curling,
on
like
the
it's
curl.
curling.
Mine's great!
You gotta go.
Again, you
Where
can
is
hear
it?
that this one is curling
You
early.
gotta bounce it off this. You gotta bounce it. You gotta bounce. No, whoa.
Maybe a bit of an overcorrection there from Carla, and just comes up light. Where I think the miss would have been 2 feet heavy. She was a few feet light.
I know. I think I like this.
Big opportunity to force here from
Yeah.
New Brunswick. Realistically, not a steal opportunity. That out-turn draw for Sebastian's always going to be there at this point.
It's up to speed here, right?
does get this in top 4, a little bit buried.
Top one.
It'll be in a really good spot. It'll shrink the scoring area. And he will be sitting 3. It's a lot of pressure.
Just a good look at all 3 sheets that are in play here at the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. We'll run down the scores as soon as everybody's played 2 ends and give you a look at what's happening on this Monday night
Mine's great.
at the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
Mine's really good.
Mine's real good.
Top 4. It's got a curl.
No, it's fine.
Just for weight. 15-3. Hard finish. Hard finish. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. As far as you can. Hard, 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 hard.
That's really, really good.
Yeah, really good. And you could hear there when
How much
Jill
of that is
said this
blue
has to
here?
curl, James very quickly said, no, it will. So it sounds like he's believing that the curl's there.
That's
and
enough.
put the broom in the right spot for that one.
Huh?
Sure.
Well, I can just
What's it gonna, are we gonna have a shot at this one on your next one?
this. If I hit this right now, it gets it right now.
Okay, sure.
If not, I can make the double like this.
Whatever you feel better about.
Okay, give me this one. Hit it right there. Just more. Yeah, okay. Just solid control.
Okay, you got it.
Sebastian had a couple options there. He was looking at going after his own blue there. That looked awfully tough to me.
You
But
like
Yeah.
the red double?
I think the one he settled on right now is is more makeable.
Yeah,
that blue-red double, I think, would miss the back one.
and you'd lose your shooter.
Yeah.
This at least, if made, keeps a couple of blue rocks in the rings.
Still going to be tough, though. He's going to have to be really tight to his top blue to make this and stick around.
Hard, hard.
Whoa!
Hard! Whoa!
Whoa!
Close!
Close!
Whoa!
Yeah,
Whoa!
whoa!
Yep!
Yep! Good shot.
Very, very nice.
Watch the
Just
shooter.
that.
Oh, he made a shot. Thanks, boss. Oh, I thought this was I could just know.
It just grazed that top blue and made it perfectly. Stuck around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, nose are a little inside.
It's important here for James to hit and stay.
Gotta hold the shooter.
Yeah. Otherwise, Sebastian's going to have that hit on his blue for 2 in a very similar path to what he just threw. So nose hit or any roll inside should be good.
I have to change the ice up because I don't want to get buried behind mine.
Wondered if he was pondering drawing in buried there. I don't know that gets you anything that this doesn't. It still forces him to draw to the 4-foot for one.
Yeah. And if he buries behind his red, he might leave Sebastian that blue-red double that he was looking at with his last shot. So eliminate a blue here with the 1-point lead.
This side ran more than the other side did. It came up at the end.
Make it good and it's a force, and just make it go away, and at most you're giving up 2.
Whoa, no, never, never.
Curl.
James,
Pretty full to the broom. They're trying to make it curl
Okay,
here.
you're not
Sticking around's important. Which they won't be able to do. So opportunity for 2 for BC.
Sure.
I think same ice with board.
Okay.
You saw how that snapped, right?
Yep.
You can easily get to nose.
You got it.
I don't know about easily, Scott, but I think he's not wrong.
Just board.
I think he feels pretty confident right now. He threw that last one great, made it perfectly, and this end didn't look like 2 for BC, and all of a sudden it is. So,
Yeah, hair
so I think
more.
some confidence here in
A
Team
hair
BC
more.
right now.
We won't overthrow this, okay?
Clean.
Whoa,
Close.
whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
close, whoa,
Close,
whoa,
clean.
close, yes!
Clean, yes!
Hard, 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 hard,
Clean.
hard, 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 hard.
Get out. Very
Enough.
nice. That's what you call a skips deuce.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Carla was pretty calm with that sweep call. They were close to the guard, but she was saying clean, clean. She knew it all the way.
Well, that's a really good deuce that generated by Sebastian Robillard, and that'll send some confidence up and down this lineup.
BC's going to stay on the offensive here, and they're going to throw center guard. Another option would have been to go top 4, top 8 with the lead, but it's early in the game, and I think they'd like to add a steal here if they can.
Interesting that Amanda Guido has some New Brunswick connections, pretty prominent New Brunswick connections. Her aunt is none other than Heidi Hanlon, who skipped
Looks pretty
for New Brunswick at a number of Scotties Tournament of Hearts over the years.
good.
11-time provincial women's champion, won a Canadian Senior Championship in 2011 and a World Senior Championship in 2012. So good bloodlines. But Amanda's a pretty good athlete in her own right. She was a former All-Canadian in college soccer, playing at what then was known as University College of the Cariboo, now known as Thompson Rivers University in Kamloops. All-around athlete.
2.
Center guard that was called for slipped into top 12, and New Brunswick, not surprisingly, is calling the corner guard.
I don't know.
Sweepers are on and off, so the weight's probably pretty close.
Shot, Jacqueline.
Just tight guard. Right in front of it's fine.
You got it.
Oh, same call, 3 feet less weight here asked for from Amanda.
Line, Nathan.
We're good.
Nathan early.
Line only.
You got to go line. Okay, where is it?
2, 3, 2.5.
Okay, just tight. Line's good. It's got to stop.
For line?
Yeah, it's got to stop curling.
It's perfect.
It's got to stop.
Atta girl, Amanda. Good throw.
Good throw.
Very nice.
Right.
We've seen more rocks in play in this game than we saw in the 2 that we called together yesterday, and I think it's going to make for some exciting viewing. James going to go around the corner here. Both teams are trying to set up maybe a multiple score.
4.
Good line.
Gotta go wait.
Go then. Hard line.
Gotta go.
There you go.
You gonna get it by this guard? Gonna be snug? I don't think so.
Just 6 feet light, and that was the difference in not getting
Hard, you're
by,
fine here.
but not a bad spot. Does give them 2 corners on that side. Would make the outturn draw to the 4-foot difficult for James if he needed it, but it's early in the end, so I imagine some of these rocks will move around before that.
I don't doubt it, but isn't it crazy? I mean, there's probably 4 feet between those rocks, but there's still a stagger that has to be dealt with there.
We're close.
2 ends ago, he crashed on a corner guard out in that path. So
Well, line's good. Whoa.
Similar sort of line here too, but
Line, whoa, if you can.
not quite as wide as
fine.
James's shot
Line's
that you
great.
were talking about.
Line's great.
Watch this carve.
Line's, no.
not much space there.
That was the weirdest release I've ever seen.
Well, he didn't dump it.
He didn't dump it.
This BC team's finding the positives in everything.
They sure
tonight.
are. Words to be proud of there. He didn't dump it. Nathan's playing a pretty good game though. Nathan, good backstory there. He's living in Nelson, and he's a DJ and a music producer. That's his side hustle. He works with a record label called Ear to Brain Records. If you're looking for some of his own music that he's put together, you can find him. Look for his music alias of Slipstream, and you can search that up. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. So kind of a cool side gig there for Nathan Small. Nathan and Sebastian do curl together in men's as well.
It's much better.
play with Bowie Abbas Mills, who's another guy who, like Sebastian,
We only gave up 2.
curled in
We're not,
Ontario for quite a few years. And Cody Tanaka is the other member of that team. They play out of New Westminster, the Royal City Club.
Yeah, we're fine.
It's a great run back made there by New Brunswick. Cleared up the front. Did leave the shot rock there, but it's wide open, and BC recognizing that it's going to come around the guards that are left on the other side of center. So we'll see how much curl there is going this way now.
Key there, though, all 3 of those guards are red, and you know that they're available for raises, run backs, whatever is needed.
Great shot.
We may see one here.
That little run would be great. Yeah. Yep.
Almost right on the nose, a little bit high side here. They'd love to make the run back and then just roll it about 6 inches under the center guard.
Jamie Brannan.
9-5. Here down. Normal. Normal.
Looks pretty good. Might be the double. Oh, just over
Okay,
top.
that's good.
Great shot though, and notice the weight choice there was just normal, and that was that
Normal?
rock they ran in would stay in the rings. If they threw peel there and
Like
hit it in the
little
same
less
spot,
than my
it'd be
last
long
hit,
gone.
eh?
Just that little less.
'Kay.
Not much. I just don't want to go start curling.
Carla Thompson.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Clean.
Whoa!
Clean.
Clean, 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 clean.
Good.
Right on the nose here.
Okay.
Good sweep. Okay.
No real double there. It'd be too thin. It's a steep double. So hit and roll in front of the
10-5,
shot
right?
rock. There's also a lot of room to roll to the other side of the sheet and get behind one of those corners.
The hair more.
Ready, yep. Whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This can be right on the nose as well. BC still has to deal with
Roll
it.
way over. It's okay too.
Okay.
Same.
The only place they don't want to roll is directly in front of their blue. That will leave a double and roll for New Brunswick. Nose hits here are good, or a big roll to the other side of the sheet.
Close.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yes. Whoa.
No.
Nathan, all you got? Nope, that's good. It's fine.
That's the shot you're talking about, I think.
Yeah, this leaves the now. This double's probably on the nose, so BC got away with it there. The red will still be accessible. If that had rolled
What does that
another
mean?
3 inches,
Yeah, peel.
New Brunswick would have had a real
Peel?
opportunity.
Peel.
They're throwing it hard though to get any roll out of this that they can. Try and cross the face by about an inch.
Never.
Should be okay.
Double made. Red's right there, so
Okay, just,
BC will try to
Yeah. You got it.
hit and roll.
Are you wanting to roll?
Yeah, you want to roll under the red there.
Okay.
You don't want to go way over, just under that red.
Roger.
Just control up.
Sebastian Robillard skips rocks here in the third end. He's feeling pretty good about skips rocks after the end he had in the second. That 2 great shots that
Never.
pulled a deuce out of thin air for Team BC.
Amanda.
Right to it, Amanda.
Trying to get it to curl a little bit, but it's going to roll
That's
the
fine.
other way. Not a bad outcome, though.
No.
with you
In
just
some
wanna
ways
nose it? You don't wanna
better.
try
If
to
he'd
roll?
rolled it right under the red like he wanted to, and James made the run back and stuck it,
Yep.
then 2 is in play. With that roll out, you know, we could see that blank end we talked about last end.
Yeah, we called that one good, didn't we?
Yeah. Still a couple of rocks though. James will probably want to roll this about a rock back in, not leave BC an easy hit and roll. I think James probably playing for the blank at this point.
Yeah. No. Clean. Yep.
Right on the nose.
Okay, let's throw peel.
Peel.
Yeah, we're gonna go aggressive and try to hit 3/4 and roll
Like
way over.
same way that you just threw?
No, more.
More.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
You
we're
got
gonna
it.
You can almost see
hit
the
like 3/4
confidence
and
in
just jump it
Sebastian.
over.
He's pretty decisive with
got
his
it.
calls. He knows what he wants to do.
You go all the way to the edge of 8 over there. I'll throw it harder. We're gonna try to jump it across.
He's throwing it hard so that his roll will
So
stay
on the roll, Nathan, you can
above
sweep all
the
the
tee
way to the
line.
edge of 8 over there.
You know, he could be top 4 just above the tee line. He could really throw control weight and roll it back 4 or back 8, but he obviously feels it's the easier way to make the roll.
Clean.
Whoa,
Yep.
Hard!
Whoa.
Hard!
Whoa.
Hard!
No.
Hard! You gotta go!
I think no. Roll it.
Yeah! Hard! Hard, Nathan, go!
I'll tell you what.
He's confident for a reason.
Man, oh man.
Yeah,
That was a
beautiful
great shot.
Can you see anything?
Yeah, you can see quarter. Quarter? Okay, that's good.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
lots.
Right.
That's lots.
Lots.
I'm gonna throw like peel. I'm just gonna throw like firm weight.
Yeah.
I think with this curl and that guard being just halfway, there is room. He could probably nose this if he threw the weight, like hack weight. Obviously, he doesn't want to do that. He's trying to blank. So with that ice, looks like he's probably throwing normal and get a rock's worth of curl.
I said just my firm.
Blank attempt for James Grattan.
Hard.
Should have called the sweepers on early.
Hard.
Oh.
By the guard. Beautiful shot.
Throw.
Not a lot of room by that guard, but called and made. A blank end.
So it will be New Brunswick carrying the hammer into the 4th end, trailing 2-1 to BC. Take a quick look at the other games on the ice tonight here at the Canmore Golf and Curling Club as we enjoy Monday night action at the Canadian Mixed. It is on sheet B, we've got the Yukon. Terry Miller taking on Team Prince Edward Island's Jamie Newson. And it's Yukon out to a 3-0 lead. Taking one in the first end and a stolen deuce in the second. And they're on Skips Rocks here in the third. So we'll keep you posted on that. Over on sheet C, it is Ontario's Mike McLean taking on Saskatchewan's Dean Grindheim, from North Battleford. And Saskatchewan jumping out to a big advantage, taking 4 in the first end and a stolen deuce in the second. So it is 6-0,
Doing that too?
Saskatchewan leading Ontario.
Let her know, Carla?
I know. Yeah, he said it. She threw it really good. She knows.
In Monday night action, and on our sheet, of course, it is 2-1. Team BC leading Team New Brunswick, playing the 4th end.
Again, they were trying to keep something near the center line with that first lead rock, but her rock seemed to be over curling a bit. So you could hear them talking. They're trying to figure out what's happening there. She might need to be a little more positive with her rotation, but corner guard trying to go up from New Brunswick. This one looks like it's sliding a bit.
Call it pick. That might help. The picked right
Nice
there.
shot.
The hog line.
does stop short of the ring, so tight corner guard. Pretty far over there, but usable.
I'm actually surprised that stopped. Good shot. It's perfect.
Atta girl.
Line's good.
Wait's close.
3. Still.
You just get the sense, listening to Carla Thompson,
Still
that
going
she just doesn't
sideways.
have a disparaging word to say about
Okay,
anyone.
well,
A lot of
Wonderful
positive
teammate.
comments.
Still just, I don't know, man. Whoa, let it stop here.
It looked good out of her hand.
It
no?
did.
Yeah.
That you threw that real good. It might be. It's probably the rock.
Obviously, it can't be you. It's got to be the rock.
Well, I'll agree with that philosophy. I've never missed a shot.
Yeah.
Had some bad rocks, though.
So you're gonna have to.
I
take a
have
little
certainly
extra.
missed some shots.
Yep. All right.
So out turn around the corner guard here from New Brunswick.
Got a roll.
Oops. It's not. It's good.
Line's getting good.
It looks so light.
I don't think you need to touch it ever.
Sorry.
Take that deep, see if they can get it a little bit buried.
Yeah, they're going to leave
good.
BC shot, but getting buried there was more important than being shot. So for the third time, BC's going to try and throw that center
Sorry.
guard.
I just thought it was
They're
light.
sitting one, a little bit buried behind the
Good
guard
shot.
they do have out there. Looking at the screen now,
Dead
looks like it
buried.
might be edge on edge. This one's out there on a farther path. So the line's better to get to center line, but it might have been slower out that wide. Fairly high guard, but on the center line.
Yeah, I like that.
Mine just ran, but I was firm.
Yeah, you were.
Yep, I like that.
Jamie
Caroline.
Grannon now.
Down. Hard.
Oh. Yep. Really hard.
It's light. Just hack.
Yep.
Really nice shot there. Sitting two, but as far apart as they can get. Opportunity here, though, to make the run back and roll behind either their shooter or the center guard they just threw.
Across the face. Yes.
That's you. That's you.
Hard.
Hard.
Gotta go. Whoa.
Early call on the sweep. This one really curling. Not sure they're going to get anything on the run back here.
It's not just more weight.
Just missed it and rolled over the top of the other one.
Oh man.
It's okay.
Lost a pretty valuable
It's your turn to
tight
decide.
guard, too. So Brunswick opportunity to come into the rings again.
I don't know. It's tight.
We could do that.
Carla, who's he talking to?
What if we come around that one?
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
I like that.
Well, we can get anything there though.
That's okay.
We go there, he rolls.
I just don't think we can do that.
Where's the broom for the go around the corner?
So they're looking to see
Whatever you
if
think.
that blue
I don't like that
center
at all.
guard's in the way of the draw around the corner. Front end seemed to think it was. James thinks they'll get by here, so we'll see.
We'll see. That is a high blue guard.
5, 6.
So they're calling good weight here.
Weight's really nice.
Top four.
Gotta go a bit. No, weight's good. No, weight's good.
5.
It's really. It's to your
It's
broom.
just gotta sit.
So by the center guard, by the corner guard.
That spot is quick.
Yeah, that caught them by surprise. They were thinking A little higher in the house with the sweeping weight judgment there.
Yeah. Opportunity to hit and roll into that pile that New Brunswick's created back there here.
Whoa. Whoa. Roll it. Roll, go. Hard. Great shot.
Very nice.
Right under the center guard.
Man, keep getting dead buried on those rolls.
Pretty high guard though. Should be able to throw, almost any
board.
weight.
Okay.
It'll
Board's
swoop
the
in there.
call.
Yep.
Roll behind that corner. They could have 3 behind the corner if this is made.
Julian Babin now.
Yeah.
You could see from here that was tight out of her hand. Probably going to be on that front guard, but that's not a bad result for New Brunswick.
Really roll it. Gotta roll it.
Especially if they roll that over.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You rolled it.
Gotta go here.
Yeah.
It's gotta be T line, at least. Right on the tee.
The reason he's saying it's got to be T-line at least is if it's not, there'll be a double for New Brunswick to sit 3 really buried behind the corners. A little speed wobble.
T-line. No, it cannot bounce. Is it, how heavy? How heavy? No. Never.
Line's
Never.
getting better.
Never. No, it's back 12. Curl.
James Grattan trying to take that by.
Okay, that'll work.
So second shot.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
She stayed. She threw that so hard.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't hit. Yeah, both.
All right, let's make a good one.
So hit and roll behind the corner.
Yep.
They're going to want to roll it far enough that they can still access that back blue if the opportunity presents itself.
Jill Babin, her final shot of this 4th end. Jamie Brannon trying to get a little more movement on it, see if they can get the roll over. Just went on the nose though.
Yeah, they got a little bit.
Sorry. Okay, you got
Pretty
it.
precise shot here from BC though. Nose hit is okay, but leaves a double. They're going to want to roll it a little bit towards the corner, but they can't roll too far because they have to stay first or second shot.
Sebastian Roblard, by the way,
It's got to stay in the 8-foot.
he's got a sister, many of you may remember, Melanie Roblard.
Yeah.
Played for Germany, played for Andrea Schopp, and won the 2010 World Women's Championship in Swift Current.
I mean, there's no way that doesn't curl. So.
Melanie
saw
living
this
in
tour.
Europe now, of course, and represented Germany a couple times over in international competition.
Whoa! No!
Whoa! Never! Nathan!
Trying to make it curl so they don't jam it, but
Keep it
looks like it's going to come up at least a nose.
Oh, we're perfect.
Yeah,
Great shot.
great roll.
I know.
Sebastian has just had himself a game.
Freeze right on it.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's 2/3 buried. No chance to get to nose, which they would need to do.
Right there. That's the ice cream.
So here more.
So while Sebastian had the skips deuce last end, that's what James is going to have to try to do here. And it's going to start with a draw around the one Sebastian just threw. He could probably go to the back one. Sebastian will then freeze as well. So I think T-line, back T buried would be an ideal spot here.
T-line. Yeah. Just needs to be around. You have a hard time getting it out around that. What's about for speed?
James just resetting in the hack, fixing his shoe, it looked like. Now here is his attempt. First shot of the fourth end.
Line's good. Line's great. Where? Hard then.
Line's good.
Gotta be 9. No, it's running like it's through.
Looks like he is going to use that backing.
Yeah, I know.
Crease to the back one. Not a
Pretty
bad result.
good.
Yeah, he shot rock.
I think he
I
shot.
think.
Probably move that, but let's just, we're freezing anyway.
Yeah, there you go. It's shot. Talked about the international connection with Sebastian Robillard. Their dad, John and or Sebastian and Melanie's dad is John, and he curls overseas as well for the Belgians. Played at a couple senior world championships for Belgium.
Back 4.
Of course, Sebastian is here this week trying to earn a maple leaf as
They were just
the winning team here at the 2021 Canadian Mixed will represent Canada
It'll always finish. I'm not worried
at the 2022 World Mixed Championship next October in Aberdeen, Scotland.
Whoa.
Back
Whoa,
4.
whoa, whoa.
Just back 4. Line's great.
Line's fine.
Yes, line.
Sweepers are on it early.
You got it. It's going
Yes,
sideways.
line. If it's back 4, hard.
Is it there? Hard! Hard! Tap that blue!
Yep, hard.
Tap that blue!
Yep,
Going to get past the blue. Is it going to touch the blue?
I don't think it's going to get there.
If it touches the blue, though, it might get shot rock. It will not.
Right. So second end in a row, an opportunity here for a Skips deuce.
Wonderful first shot by James Grattan to get in this position.
Absolutely, and now he's going to draw full 8 foot.
Are you do the same out here? Or?
He's going to try and draw the button, and we talked about earlier in practice, he didn't draw the buttons. It's the fourth end. He's probably got it figured out now, but we'll see if that has any impact.
Yeah, true.
Full 8, bite the 4. That'll get the job done for James Grattan.
Sweepers cleaning.
hard then. It's all you.
Yeah, they're going.
It doesn't look heavy.
Back 8 is as good as top 8 here, so sweepers know
Hard,
that.
guys.
They're staying on it.
Hard. Hard, hard, hard. Hard, you gotta be full 8.
Great
Okay,
job by
that's
the
good.
sweepers there.
What?
No doubt, says Jamie Brannon. Okay, okay. So there it is. There is the deuce from James Grattan, and it gives New Brunswick a 3-2 lead going into the fourth end break. The teams will take their fourth end break, so will we. We'll be right back to the Canmore Golf and Curling Club after this.
Yeah, great sweeping.
I let it go. I said, perfect.
One might say I was born to overcome challenges. 2 months premature, in and out of the hospital, and a heart condition. My parents call me their miracle baby. As with all survivors, I searched for my place in this world, and I found it here. This pebbled ice is where I battle now, and at only 12, I am already a 5-year veteran of this sport. I have my sights set on the Olympics. I will push hard to get there. The only size that matters in this sport is the size of your dreams.
We should really be curling.
This ice is everything. It's where I come to feel close to her, to feel whole. This building helped raise me when my mother no longer could. When I step on the ice, she steps with me. My dad is my rock. We're a team now, like the four of us when we step on the ice. People say that this isn't a contact sport, but that's not true. It contacts you where you need it the most.
The game with the ice, and the rocks, and the sweeping, and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
Welcome back to the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. It is Monday night action at the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. My name is Al Cameron from Curling Canada, joined tonight by color commentator Scott Moncour, and we are starting the 5th end of tonight's game between a pair of unbeaten teams, New Brunswick's James Grattan, BC's Sebastian Robillard. And the story of this game, I think, Scott, has been the 2 skips deuces that have been generated, pulled out of nowhere to end the 3rd and 4th ends, and that's put us in the situation we are now, which is New Brunswick with a 3-2 lead, BC with hammer going into this 5th.
Yeah, these skips have both played really well, and you're right, both of those ends, it did not look like a deuce was on the board, and both skips came through in the clutch for their teams, and it's a battle of the unbeaten, so we're going to see some great shots like that.
So as we like to do coming out of the 4th end break, I'm going to put you in the position of coach. What would you have said to each of these teams during that 4th end break? Let's start with New Brunswick.
Yeah, New Brunswick, I would say, stay patient and stick to the game plan. I think New Brunswick overall has had more opportunities. They built up some ends, and James is playing well. So I think if they stay to the script, they're in a good position here with a 1-point lead going in the second half.
BC, meanwhile, I mean, obviously they got some great shots out of Sebastian to generate that deuce in the second end. What would you have talked to them about?
Yeah, Sebastian's playing phenomenally. He's made some great hit and rolls. He's got draw weight, but that may not last forever. So I think they've got to make some adjustments with where they're putting the broom for the front end. They need the lead rocks to be in the right spot, and they seem to be getting some overcurl. So maybe that's taking more ice. But whatever it is they need to do, I think they need that help so that Sebastian doesn't have to continue to make those shots.
So we're well underway in this fifth end, Monday night action at the 2021 Canadian Mixed. A reminder, we will have 3 more games tomorrow on Curling Canada's YouTube channel with our great colleagues at IKS Live doing all the hard work behind the scenes to bring you this video.
Mine will be fine.
We have games tomorrow, all at Mountain Time, 12:30 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 7:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Go back, go. We can go behind the tee.
So join us then for 3 games at the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
That was 14-9. His.
So this end's starting similar to 2 ends ago. Center guard, corner guard, and each team came around.
Yeah, real
So it is New Brunswick.
Light. It's light.
Yeah, sitting 1 behind their center guard.
Gotta go line.
4.
Hard.
4, 5.
Gotta go.
This one's really curling. Looks like it's going to crash on the guard. Might be able to roll it into the rings. It's going to just hit it a little too thick. Did roll it in. Pushed
counter.
Yeah, pushed BC in as well, though. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Hit and roll. If you get the double, that's fine, but I'd rather just make this. Normal, though.
So going back to what we were saying earlier, in the end, these teams are going to be patient, and it's a pretty patient call. Take the guard out, roll over for a corner. The double's a bonus, but at this point in the end, doesn't need it.
Yes!
Yep.
Hard!
Hard. Yep.
Hard!
Hard. You got it.
Hard!
Hard.
Shooter!
Very nice.
Get out. Go. Okay, you almost fell there.
Didn't quite
You did. I didn't
get
notice.
the second one out of the rings and kind of left a center guard. So
Not over here.
James is going to try and make the double on the 2 shot rocks, but that center guard could help New Brunswick later in the end.
10.
Whoa.
10.
Yep. Really hard.
Trying to hold that roll, but it's going to roll into the open.
Yeah, so it looked like hit and roll was the call, but yeah, you're right, just over curled a bit. Rolled in the open. BC's got a chance to hit and roll back and sit 2 again.
Mentioned Nathan Small's role in the music industry, but that's a side hustle for him. He's the technical director for VMware, and all you computer folks out there will know all about VMware.
Hard, Amanda. Hard.
They played a significant role in designing and producing internal cloud systems for private companies, and a very highly regarded cloud architecture firm.
Isn't that what you wanted?
I'm saying that because my son Ethan is into cloud architecture, and he basically filled me up with all this information, so thanks, Ethan.
I was going to say, as you were talking there, you know a lot more than me about that.
I just sound like I'm intelligent.
Yeah.
It's other people who tell me.
So double would be there, but hit and roll's the call.
Really hard.
Maybe take advantage of those center guards before they're gone. So
You got it. Hard.
rolling pretty hard.
Whoa.
Tasty little roll here.
Terrific.
Very nice from Jill Babin.
That rolled far enough
Right to
that
here, it's real
BC
good.
also can't run in their center guard. So
I mean,
couldn't have
you
rolled
want
to
to
a
do this
better
instead,
spot.
maybe, but
I'm just thinking about the way. I don't mind that. I don't mind either.
no, I like this if you make it.
Okay.
So it is behind the tee, so opportunity for BC to freeze, but the scoring area is already shrunk down to the 4 foot by calling and making this.
Oh no.
Gotta go line. Where? Whoa!
I think it's live, Nathan.
Whoa! It's gotta be in front of the tee. In front. No.
Line looks pretty good.
No. No, it's not. It's no good. It's through.
A little heavy.
Sorry, I should have said heavy right when I let go.
Yeah.
I knew I was heavy.
We saw this from Carla a couple ends ago. She was heavy on a draw. Made an adjustment on her second one, so she may get a second chance at that. But
Think it'll run
in the
pretty
meantime, New
straight,
Brunswick's
same
going to
weight?
take out the second shot rock and try to sit 3.
Okay.
gotta go.
It's fine.
All the way, Jamie. All the way.
Trying to hold this shooter in the rings. It should. They won't get a roll, though.
Okay.
But it is still New Brunswick sitting 3-4.
double.
Can't see if that top one is on.
both good.
I believe it
I
is,
want a
though.
double. I don't
Yeah, I
mind
think
either.
it
I'll
is.
throw better, whatever you
It's
decide.
up to you. This or the double?
The reason James really wanted that roll was
What would
the
you
nose
like?
hit did leave a
Okay.
double. It'd be
It's a
pretty
better
tight
result.
to the guard. Wouldn't be an easy
10
double,
feet left.
but would be there. But they're going to go back to the draw.
You got to go line. You have to go for line. Nathan,
Obviously,
hard.
tighter line here.
Hard.
If she did make
Okay,
the
no,
adjustment
no,
on weight, it
Keep
might
going,
overcurl.
yeah.
No, it's not. It's, whoa, 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 whoa. It's not by and it's light. Okay.
Big opportunity for New Brunswick here. 3 guards up there.
Sitting 4 as well, and now we
Yeah.
can confirm.
It looks from here like those blues, if they made a play, would actually hit the 4th shot rock. So if James can get one in here, top 4 T line, a lot of pressure over to Sebastian and Team BC.
Of course, we said that in the second end, and we put a deuce up on the
Yeah.
board for British Columbia, so never say never.
Just for weight. Line's good. Top. Oh, wait,
Good.
top
Line's
4.
good. Yep.
Line's good.
I was trying to line it up so Ben curl more. Got him to curl it more, actually.
Whoa.
A lot of
Looks
room by
deep.
this guard.
No, no, no. Yep. Hard finish. Hard.
Tell you the other 2 games are now into their 5th ends. It is Yukon leading Prince Edward Island 4-1, and Saskatchewan has stretched their lead over Ontario to 7-2. All the scores all the time on curling.ca/scoreboard. Curling.ca/scoreboard.
Back 4.
Might have an opportunity here for Sebastian Robillard.
Yeah, if he makes this this tap to back 4, back 8, and sit shot there,
back 4, back 8.
it'll be in a good
Get to the
spot.
nose and
I'm a little worried that it's not a peel, weight, hit and roll, because that's been the shot.
not in this spot.
Yeah, he's made a couple great hit and rolls, but he's also shown he's pretty confident in draw weight this game. So expect this to be close. They've seen this spot a few times with Carla throwing it twice, so they should know what it does.
Hard. Whoa.
Wait only.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's got a curl. A 10. It's got a curl.
Amanda!
Got a curl.
Amanda!
Hard, Amanda.
Trying to get this to swing in.
I think it will.
Keep
Hard,
going.
Amanda.
It's good.
Keep going.
Go.
Nope.
At least it
Sebastian.
should have a shot, maybe.
Probably an opportunity to throw quiet weight and get to the nose there for James.
Yep,
He's looking at a run back as well. Timeout called by New Brunswick.
Ideal if we ever can make it. It's gonna be a real tough
I
one.
know, but it's just. I like both, so I think it's whatever.
Huh? Yeah, it's either that or
Think nose? Yeah, it might look better for the other. Okay.
he had here with it.
Nose hit here is the best
He was tight,
result.
though, I think,
If they
too.
just stay right there, sitting
I like it too.
6.
But if you ever get this wide,
I know it's
Yeah.
a better result.
Yeah, 2 inches wide,
That ice?
and it'll give Sebastian exactly what he's looking for, a jam on one of those back red rocks, which sometimes is the downside of having so many rocks in the rings, is that some are too far back to help you. So nose hit here.
I don't need to even get that. If I hit what I see, I'm fine.
I didn't hear the weight call. I'm guessing something around hack, good hack.
Whoa.
Where?
Wow!
Oh! Curl! Hard,
Scott
And
Curl
this is a
long
problem.
Way. They're starting to get it to go, but
Curl, hard, hard,
they're gonna
hard.
get about half a rock.
Hard, 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 hard. Go, 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 go.
And suddenly, I think that is second shot, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Speak.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can roll into this, right? So
Just speak. You're good.
Looks like you're right, Al.
I like normal. Solid control.
Out of nowhere.
It's close, but yeah, again, out of nowhere. Could be a skip's deuce.
Solid control.
Maybe poked it out, but
You can roll way over into that those reds, so.
Sounds like BC's pretty confident that their second shot, so they've got a better view than we do.
Clean, yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Never.
No. Clean,
Clean.
clean.
Whoa, whoa, Amanda.
Amanda. Keep it going, Amanda. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Good.
Good sweep by Amanda there to get that to curl. They couldn't afford to roll out. So nose hit, one for sure. They're taking a close look at it for two.
There is the kickoff. Just wait to see that score posted. But we think it was two.
Yeah. It didn't look close enough to measure.
So there's the confirmation. It will be a deuce for BC, and that's the second time this evening where BC has pulled a deuce out of thin air.
So with 1 point lead here in the fifth end, or sixth end, sorry, BC's going to go into the rings, top four. BC would be perfectly happy if New Brunswick blanked this end and took the hammer into seven. That one slides a little bit deep, so James Gratton's going to ignore it, throw the corner guard, and looks like at this point he's going to go pretty hard for multiple.
Yeah, gotta go. Oh, no, it's good. Two.
While we have a minute, we'll just make sure to throw a thanks out to this great Canmore Golf and Curling Club for the job they've done here, and Dennis Graham and his host committee, Kathy Seifert. They've done a super job getting this event in ship shape after the disappointment of having it taken away from them last year by the COVID pandemic. But just a great job done by the host committee here and the town of Canmore in welcoming the 2021 Canadian Mixed, and obviously they wouldn't be doing that without some great local sponsors, and take this opportunity to thank them. Tourism Canmore Kananaskis, our host facility, the Canmore Golf and Curling Club, Visions Electronics, Canmore Brewery and Distillery Tours, Canmore Raft Tours, Mary's Popcorn Shop, which always intrigues me every time I read it, Black Stallion Spirits, Rome Transit, El Tequilino Tequila, another one that always intrigues me, Golf Design Services Limited, and Moosehead Breweries. Thanks to all of those great local sponsors for their support of the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
Yeah, really exciting for Canmore to have this event here. Like you said, it was a little disappointing to lose it kind of at the last minute last year. But they have it here, and I think I heard last night 90 local volunteers making this event go. So the club not only excited but engaged and part of making it a big success so far.
Beautiful little club here, four-sheeter. The base of the Rocky Mountains here in the Bow Valley, right next to the golf course, and still waiting to see an elk out there in the driving range. And the week's still young, could happen.
Yeah, very well could.
You got it.
And of course, this club has hosted the Qualico Mixed Doubles Classic that you've played in here in the past, and bringing in a who's who of mixed doubles teams from around the world as well.
Yeah, it's really an amazing event they have here between the Canmore and Banff curling clubs. And Olympic champions, world champions, Briar and Scottish champions. It really is a who's who. And then a couple local teams in there for some local flavor. So New Brunswick trying to get this corner guard up. They've slipped into the rings a couple times, which has allowed BC to remove the rock. Still just that one lone rock back 12. BC sitting 1.
It's light. It's really light.
Heads down here. They said it was really light out of his hand, so they're just going to take it coast to coast and make it as good as they can.
James will get out there to help things out.
You said Skips could sweep earlier. I don't know if I saw it there, but...
Listen, that's hogged without James. Said no one never.
No. That was all the ladies there. Yeah, so BC obviously happy with a blank here, so even though that's a really high corner guard, they're still not going to mess around and try to peel it out. Got just enough of it to get it out. James is going to switch up the path. He's going to go to the other side with the corner. See if he can get a mistake on those peels, maybe a nose hit that he can take advantage of.
2. I think.
Guys, light. Line's fine. Don't worry. Just bring it here.
It's good. It's right there.
I just need a good guard. That's all. Okay.
Perfect spot for the corner guard there.
Like in. Okay, this curls. No. No, Nathan.
Just enough of it, but hit thin. Yeah, got the one at the back, which BC's actually happy about, because I think eventually we would have seen New Brunswick freeze that rock.
I think that's why Carla was asking him to move the broom, because she saw that.
She saw that thin double, yeah.
Carla, pretty good skip in her own right. She's playing lead this year, by the way. Team that's skipped by Sarah Wark. Playing out of Abbotsford. Team Wark was at the pre-trials direct entry event in Ottawa, but Carla couldn't make that trip due to work commitments, so they picked up Oisem Wand from Northern Ontario to play in that event. They lost 3 straight. So now their focus is on the BC Championships, and they got a chance to play in Kamloops, as Kamloops will host the BC Men's and Women's Championships in January at the MacArthur Island Sports Center.
That work team is pretty strong in their own right, so to add in someone like Carla and her experience should really help them at BC Playdowns.
Good throw.
Nice peel made. It's a very clean end. James is going to go into the house, changing things up again.
Good throw. If you're throwing like that, I'll just give you way less.
Yeah, I always throw my peels like
That's
that.
fine. I can give you edge of rock if you're throwing
My
like that.
finger pointing was very aggressive.
Yeah, I moved it.
Good opportunity for Jill just to get a free draw to the ring, see if she can find T-line weight here.
You want me to sweep it?
No, that's not going out, is it?
I don't know.
Oh, is it?
Yep, might have. Told me not to sweep it.
Doesn't matter. Peel. I don't care if we roll out, eh?
Okay.
Just peel. It doesn't matter if we roll out on this one.
Yeah, roll out on this
Team
one.
BC, as you can see, they've got some fans in the stands. I believe that's Carla's son. She's giving him a wave.
Clean. Yep.
out.
I don't expect anyone to catch his.
Button.
James going to put it right on the button. New Brunswick is a little bit tight on time at the fourth end break, but I think these last two ends they've been able to
Make sure it's in, that's
make
all.
up some time, and they're in pretty good shape now.
Yeah, plenty of time.
So we'll draw the button here. Special will probably want to stick around on the hit this time and make James make the peel for the blank. So right on the nose, I think, would be the goal.
Peel. Just rip it. Make sure we go out.
Okay. Sounds like he wants to roll out. Give James
Make sure
the
we,
throw through
peel
for
it
the
out.
blank.
We don't want him to nose.
So he does not want him to score this end.
Yeah. Yeah, we said at the beginning that he would he'd probably prefer the blank and flip the hammer into the odd end in the seventh. So so good call here by Sebastian. Roll out. We'll see if James just decides to draw the button and take his one. Could be an option.
Wouldn't that?
Clean.
I don't think he will, but
I'm not liking the chances, but
Clean.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
and here it comes already. Didn't even wait for a broom. So New Brunswick will keep the hammer in 7, so again they'll be able to control what happens. So if they need to blank again, that possibility's there.
I guess so.
And your glove?
That was.
You got time. They can bring it down.
I think James left his glove here at the home end.
Yeah, he did not come down for either one of
Gotta
his
be
shots.
So this will be fascinating to see how this plays out. Does New Brunswick go for the deuce, or do they try and take the hammer into the 8th?
Halfway tight.
I think with the 5-rock rule, it's harder to dictate a blank. So I think they're gonna play for their deuce, but without taking any unnecessary risks. So
Yep,
kind of
line's
a
good.
safety 2. But if the
Line's
opportunity
great.
for 2 presents itself, they'll
Just
absolutely
Listen,
tight.
take it.
yep.
Just tight,
Yep.
Nathan.
As we've seen on 3 occasions
in,
at least
cannot
in
be
this game, there's opportunities for
Okay.
deuces that
Yeah.
literally
Right here,
will
then.
come out of nowhere. Thin air.
Whoa. Oh, no. Sit. Great shot.
Atta girl.
So we're going to see an example of
Wait,
kind
no.
of the safe deuce here. James has called it in the rings instead of calling the corner guard. Knowing that if BC then ignores it, he'll be able to split the rings and then
Great shot.
go from there. This does keep the possibility of a blank alive by minimizing the number of guards out front.
Jacqueline Crandall.
Really tight line. That'd be it. Oh, you're good at it.
Really curling. The weight's going to have to be spot on because they're not going to have a lot of rings to play with.
Nice shot.
Shot, Jacqueline.
And it is.
1-2. Right in front of that blue.
Suffice it to say, BC would love to steal one this end.
Yeah. And double center guards here. They want no part of a blank. So tight one first. Now she's been asked to throw a long one. These are always hard
Okay, Nathan.
to make.
Keep it out there. Keep
Really
it out.
easy
Nathan.
to slip these to halfway
Where is
for
it?
fear of hogging a long guard.
It's got to stop curling. Over and off.
Gotta go.
Amanda's a
Over and
teacher,
off.
by the way.
It looks
At
over.
Kay Bingham.
It's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Kay Bingham Elementary in Kamloops, so I'm sure some of our students may be watching.
Just drops the pace for sure.
That's a great shot.
2 dandies, and you can see she pounds her broom. She's pretty happy with that. Good shots.
Yeah.
Not much in the way of options here, I think, for New Brunswick. They got to get behind
Yeah,
those.
come around, sit 2.
Can't be light.
Line's good if it's top 4.
They think they're light, and they're just
Getting tight.
Like me.
They swept it early and then stopped. As if they looked up and maybe were pleased with the speed.
Yep, go. Hard poke it.
The line is fantastic.
that turned out pretty good.
Yeah. Full
Freeze
top
that.
8, dead
Go
buried.
around everything. It's okay too.
Game on.
Game on.
Face freeze. You
Both
got
teams
it.
pretty happy right now. New
That's the
Brunswick's
call,
sitting
right?
2, but BC has 2 great center guards and an opportunity to freeze here and start shrinking the scoring area and hopefully force from their perspective.
Nathan Small.
Where is it? Yeah! Yes!
Amanda for line.
Gotta go line!
I think it picked.
Gotta go.
I think it picked.
Oh, go hard. Split. Hard! Hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So unfortunate here, you heard the sweepers say they think it picked. Didn't move the guard very far, rolled
Hit
into the
flop,
rings,
yeah.
so New Brunswick's going to deal with that. Hit and roll under the center, sit 3. See Jamie take an extra breath there. Every shot here from here on in becomes a little bit more important. It's a tight game, and one shot can
Maybe a
swing it
fair down.
either way.
11. 11.
Go, Jill.
Babin trying to get it to move a little, but be right on the nose.
Gotta rip this double.
Still sitting 3. But BC will take on the double, it looks like.
Yeah.
You might get this, but you gotta get lucky.
Giving up
Tee up.
3 is not good for BC.
We're never sticking
no.
the shooter.
Giving up 2 is
anyway.
okay. They'll be 1 down with the hammer. But this double is to ensure 3 doesn't go on the board.
Yes!
Yes, go Amanda.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Maybe tight out of his hand, based on the sweeping call.
Okay. It's fine.
Nose. Just biting the
That
12
double
foot,
would be really good.
but in a usable spot, so New Brunswick's going to have to do something with it.
No, you gotta throw normal at least.
That was like an 11, probably.
Normal. Just get to the inside, that's all.
You got it. I think it looks good.
Yep.
Hard, hard, hard.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Good job.
It'll just be a little inside, that's enough.
Yep. Did pop the blue guard out. Opportunity for BC to run that in if they need to.
He's eyeing up the run double.
Yeah.
Shot.
So it looks like they're
They'll probably make it.
going to ignore that blue stone
Normal up.
and just play the hit and roll.
He's thinking he can roll it into the 4-foot. It's going to take quite a bit of weight. It's a pretty flat roll to keep it in the 4-foot.
Hard! Hard!
He's got good weight, but called sweeping right away.
I don't think they're going to be able to hold that shooter.
Yeah, right through the 4-foot and through the rings. So
Go down, yeah.
still that blue's in a good spot. So
I like that.
Brunswick's got a
Hammers that, we get the blank.
All right.
Just tap it up.
So there you go. You heard from James. I think blank is still priority number
Like
1 for
T-line?
New Brunswick.
Yep, just tee.
Spot's good, eh?
Just the 1 stone on the rings, but BC has certainly one that's raisable, and if they make a nice shot on that,
No, 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 no. Full
Could
five.
force the
You gotta
issue,
go
but
then
BC
if it's
has-
light.
You really gotta sweep.
Like, go.
work to do, because New Brunswick could be sitting 2 after this shot, although that looks a little snug.
Looks like it's
It might get the
curling.
split. No, not heavy enough for the split. But it
Could
will
tap
push
in
it on the rings.
Yeah. So sitting 2.
Just nut it into here.
If BC makes
Kinda way you
this
like.
and sticks the run back, though, the way those reds are, there'd be no run back for New
Like 10,
Brunswick.
or do you want
So
more?
blank might then be pretty difficult. James might have to switch
You
gears.
gotta hit high, so thin's okay.
Go for the deuce.
Hey.
Thin
Big
into
shot here
that's
from
okay.
BC.
Solid control.
Like you heard Sebastian, anything on the high side, something's
Yeah.
pretty fair is going to happen for BC.
About half a rock to stick it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Amanda, Amanda, Amanda. Amanda.
This is out
Amanda.
there quite a bit.
Keep going. Keep going. Man, oh man, oh man.
It's on the high side, but just caught an inch of it.
Suddenly, three's in play here.
Yeah. Left New Brunswick sitting 2.
Where would my
And tucked that
I like
blue
going
just
this
enough
way.
that any run back might not be there anymore.
It's a little Christmas tree now.
Yeah. New Brunswick's got to be careful where they put this, though. They don't want to put it in a spot where that blue can then be promoted.
Oh no,
Good line.
that's heavy. That's heavy.
Yes, early if you
Jill
can.
calls heavy out of her
No,
hand.
that's light,
Sweepers
yep.
are still on it, though.
Yep, really light.
Hard!
Jacqueline, stay down, stay down, stay down straight.
We know that'll finish, but they don't want it heavy because that is the out for BC.
Looks like it's going to stop.
Sigh of relief there. Still, I mean, if BC can freeze onto that, it's going to be awfully tough to score a couple for New Brunswick.
Yeah, that's about a foot and a half, foot too deep.
Okay, we gotta make this good.
Yeah, freeze really shrinks scoring area just down to the button. They could even
Has to be
afford to
welded,
tap it a
perfect,
foot.
no bounce. Gotta make this one.
Don't think I'm seeing a blank here anymore.
No.
No.
Hard line.
Wait
Hard.
only. Room.
No, you gotta go.
Wait only.
Hard. Where is it? Line's good. Weld it. Weld it. Freeze it right on. Hard.
Whoa, no bounce. No
Hard.
bounce. No bounce.
That's pretty good.
Terrific shot. Sebastian continues to make key shots and key moments, and none better than that.
That was a pistol.
Timeout.
Second timeout of the game called by New Brunswick.
What?
I think I hit what I... How much do you see of this?
See if we can get the overhead and do some telestrator work on this. But there's a lot of angles being considered
Would it
here.
ever be bad to just a guard and we don't have anything?
Yeah.
But if we roll like
James is thinking if he could ever hit that into the red
Turn off this and get this one going.
and clip the blue.
But
But I don't know if he can get enough of that.
I don't need to whip it. I only need to throw
But he could get lucky.
springs out to here, which might be nice. And it might put the blue.
A lot of good things could happen.
You know what I mean? Like if this blue.
Even off of this,
Yeah.
could come back into that.
I think you need more than board to move.
They really just need to change up the angles here
It'll bust.
if they want any chance at 2.
I think you need at least like normal weight.
Feather this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to move this one yet.
Those rocks are not
I know,
super
but
lively.
That is one thing that we have noticed. The rocks are not bouncing a great deal. They're not lively on contact.
Yeah, a little bit different than the rocks that they use in the slams or at the Briar. With probably thicker striking bands, so a little bit less action.
Yep. Basically, hit what? Pretty much what I.
Does make it a little bit easier to make hit and rolls when there's less action, though. When they're really lively, like we see in the slams and at the Briar and Scotties, it's you got to be very precise, which obviously these players are.
Yep.
Oh yeah, really, really hard, Jamie.
They're calling sweeping early.
Okay.
Got to get it by the top one.
I don't think
Okay.
it is.
Don't think
Hard,
so.
hard, roll it off.
It does open up options for New Brunswick, though. But I think BC's got 2 options here, really. Make a play on that second shot rock like
You
they're
wanna try
talking
that
about
with
right
that
now.
racket?
Or throw the center guard right back where it was.
Or if it doesn't roll very far and you stay there, that's not very good either.
Well, no, I want to play it with. I want to almost play it where no.
I don't mind just
No.
a guard or something here.
That shot he wants is only for 2, right?
So Carla's worried about if they make a play on the second shot rock and only roll a rock or two, that they could leave a double.
Same shot.
Okay, I like it.
Decided to freeze another one in there.
Even if I miss, the shot's only for 2.
I like
And he
this.
can still take his own out.
You got it.
Just weld it right on top. Can he draw with the intern to the button on that other side?
Maybe. It's tough. I
Well,
like
if he
this.
can, then we shouldn't be playing this.
You got this. I like this, Sebastian.
It's
There aren't
tough,
too many
but
easy shots left right now.
I do
like
think
this,
that
I just don't know what it achieves.
right-handers in-turn draw
I don't
to
know what
the
it's going
button
to do, though.
is
Do
there.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it doesn't change anything if I make it. He can get to here, can he not?
Well,
Yeah.
it's pretty tough.
No, he can. It
Okay,
curls
so
enough.
guard that then. I like that too.
Okay, so they're going to guard that in-turn draw for 2.
I don't disagree with the logic.
Nope.
Even if
I
he'd
think he can
welded
make that
onto
draw
his own.
for 2, maybe.
It doesn't change anything. The only thing it changes is if James made a play and did pick his own out.
For guard?
It's a steal of 2 versus steal of
guarding.
1. But either way,
James would have been
I
playing
can
this
try to
shot
draw
all
there,
day.
too.
The draw.
yeah.
Sure, I don't hate that.
You want to?
Don't overthink it. I like this. You got it.
I was just thinking he's taking a lot of time here.
Sage
No, let's
advice.
try to draw there.
Okay, where do you want the broom?
No, same ice.
Okay.
Sounds
I'm
like
short.
maybe they're coming around now. Maybe try and beat James to the side of the button. Risk here would be being a rock deep, being back 4 on
Wait
that
on
line.
Sweep for T.
Or being open.
Line's
Yeah.
good, yep.
Wait only.
Whoa, sweep for T.
It's got a curl.
It's out there
I'm
quite a
at
bit.
it.
Make
Line's
sure
going to be good.
Make sure we're backing.
No. Okay, get it right
Yeah,
through.
we're fine.
Yeah,
We're
on this
fine.
line, they've got to take it back. It's going to go on its own.
It was way too heavy.
Might as well give it a shot. Yep.
He's looking at something.
Yep.
Should be for 3.
Yep. Might be 3. Oh, this one's gonna stay.
This one. If you want to use this one.
Well, you gotta at least nose it.
Bang, bang.
We gotta hit that one under the nose.
Even if it should spin out before, but I can't
I think they're looking at that
No.
You gotta hit it.
for 3.
So you lose the shot on the button and you lose the blue that's
so, too.
frozen to it, but
Yeah.
the raised stone is counting.
The raid stone, that's going to be tough, but
Little off nose?
it could stay.
Oh, like more than off nose. Yeah.
But yeah, if they think it's for
Right
3,
here?
they think it will stay.
Here.
So then you wonder, did Sebastian Robillard kind of talk himself out of just replace the
Yeah.
guard that was lost on the first one
Right?
and say, James, go ahead and draw the button on that wide intern that you haven't thrown yet.
Yeah. I thought the center guard would have been the call, but to Carlos' point, I think he started overthinking it a bit. He was thinking freeze, draw, guard over there, and just couldn't quite decide on what he wanted to do. Still, great shot needs to be made here for anything more than 1.
Just on the broom side of nose.
Sweeping it already.
Whoa! Yeah!
Looks pretty good.
It's close.
Hard. Oh, nice try.
Oh,
And
it is a steal. That was the risk.
Jill pointed that out, that if they caught it, that blew too high, it would stay and the shot rock would go, and that's exactly what happened.
So it is a steal of 1 for BC. And once again, Sebastian Robillard generates it on his first shot of this end with that marvelous freeze. And you can safely say he's generated all 5 points on his own for this BC team tonight. Just some amazing shots to generate 2 deuces in that freeze, just the steal just now.
Yeah, he has made terrific shots all night long. But I think he's going to need to continue to do that. We've seen New Brunswick build ends throughout the game.
Top 4, line's good.
Not uncommon to see them sitting 3.
Where are we, Nathan?
Line's great.
And that's all they need.
And let's be clear. I mean, we say he's made those shots. Those have been team shots.
Yeah.
Good line call from Carlo Thompson. Great sweeping from that front end of Amanda Guido and Nathan Small. But the man who threw the shots, that was a key element as well.
Yeah.
But those have been terrific team shots that generated 5 points, literally, that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Those peel weight hit and rolls that he threw, the line calls on those have to be so perfect. If it curls an inch too much or under curls by half an inch, you don't get that roll.
I think it's okay.
So BC did not want to slip behind the tee line there. That's going to be a rock that James will be able to use later. James knows that, so he's going to leave it there, throw the corner guard. We're going to see a few corner guards here this end.
I was scared to sweep it. It's a good shot.
Top 4. Same weight. Good.
It's top 4 on a similar line to try and choke off that freeze later in the end.
Another reminder, we'll be back on the air tomorrow. 3 more games from the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship here in Canmore.
Okay, line's fine.
Those games at 12:30 p.m., 4 p.m., 7:30 p.m., all those times Mountain. We'll have Newfoundland, Labrador taking on Prince Edward Island at 12:30.
Whoa.
Another look at that team Manitoba. They'll take on Jamie Cooey of the Northwest Territories and that Forest group from Manitoba. That'll be at 4 o'clock, and then tomorrow night, 7:30, Yukon. Our second look at the Yukon. They'll take on Saskatchewan. And we saw them in action earlier today, and Yukon looks to be on its way to a victory. Up 6-1 over Prince Edward Island right now.
2.
Saskatchewan looking like they're on a way to a victory, up 8-3 on Ontario.
Line's good. Just right to the broom.
So James going corner guard to the other side. The games we saw yesterday, we saw a lot of double corner guard on the same side. James is going to split them, and they're perfectly even, so there'd be no double peel right now, which is the advantage of splitting one on one side and one on the other.
Just a 3. Just a 3. Whoa.
BC's got a rock in a great spot, top 4,
Got a
splitting
curl,
center.
a ton.
So trying to throw a tight guard on that.
Got a curl.
2.
Whoa, if you can. Wait for it.
2.
Can you wait for it?
3.
Whoa, it's in. It's like here. It's okay, now you know what they were doing to your rock. Now you know what they were doing to your rock.
It's just gliding really good, eh?
Just stay.
So right on the nose, I'll make the double. Chance it might clip the back one.
Like a 10, maybe?
What do you want to throw?
I think they take the roll over a triple here, though, right?
Oh, I think they called the nose hit.
Oh, did they? Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
It's a prime opportunity to get that shot that's in such a good spot out of the 4-foot. Another option would have been to tap those rocks all behind the tee line and stay there.
10 and a half. Maybe hair heavy.
That might be the outcome on this.
Right on the nose.
That's good, Jamie.
Good shot.
Yeah, they didn't sweep that BC rock out of the rings. Left it behind the corner. That's in a really helpful spot for New Brunswick. But
Just normal.
BC hit and roll. Try and sit 3.
Yep.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yeah. Hard.
Can't over curl on this. Should be okay.
Shooter. No. Okay.
I had to roll a little farther than they wanted. It's behind the corner. It's going to give James an opportunity to draw right behind it or all the way to the back one. and start stacking some rocks behind the corner guards.
Nice and quick here. No. 5, maybe. 5.
Yeah, line.
5, 6.
Whoa.
That's going to touch the blue stone.
Just leave it.
Okay.
There. Open it up anyway.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, give them a little more space to come around that
you get to
if
nose?
they get the
Yeah,
opportunity
a
again.
little bit of air.
And some catchers.
If you could ever nose, it's real good.
Okay.
I kind of don't mind playing it tight, and if you get this and roll in, it's actually not. It's actually okay. Because if you jam it on here, it's not great.
Okay.
I like just board.
Okay.
Just throw board weight, trying to nose it. The other option would be to throw quite a bit of weight and hopefully catch one of those back ones.
Yeah,
Start cleaning up this house a bit.
Yeah.
Look to be a little bit tight here. Really curling.
Whoa.
That was plan B,
Yeah.
but I think it's by the guard.
Yeah, it's close. Straighten out on them.
Great shot.
Killed one of the
Beauty.
back ones.
That's
Perfect
a
result.
great outcome.
Yeah. Still 2 corner guards for New Brunswick to work with and a rock behind the tee line.
Or we just
And
draw
if
here.
we've learned anything in this game, we don't know the outcome of the end until the
We can
end of
use
the
this.
end.
You rub
Those
there, that's
deuces
it.
have come out of nowhere, and that steal in the last end came out of nowhere.
Well, and the one that's going to bug James Grattan, I'm sure, is still that one in the 5th end when he was a little wide and produced the jam. That was a toughie because they were tapping to sit 6 there.
Yeah.
Line's nice. Line's good. Tee.
Where?
Really good line. Might have to curl in a minute.
Still lots of options, though, as you pointed out, that New Brunswick could
Okay, leave it.
get that deuce to force an extra, if not more.
It's a really good shot there. Third shot, but a little bit buried behind the
Okay,
corner.
they're third.
If they go for it, a high probability of a jam.
I think we play this. Maybe not.
No, I don't like that.
Well, we got it. We're not. We can't play the red.
Can we double the? Oh, we can't. Never mind.
There's nothing. No.
Can we what? Can we peel the red out?
This? No.
The guard?
You could
He has a double right now for 2.
you could try to peel the red guard into
You could
the
ever
red
do this.
rock. But if you ever
Is there
jammed it
air
on the
here?
shot
Can you
rock,
get
you'd
low?
really regret the call.
Yeah. From my side,
No. Can he get low here?
maybe nose, I think.
Okay. So then this is a good shot then. Go back 8. Just get separation. We'll lie 3 and see what happens.
We can never like
Back-
hit the
back
double
4,
the,
back
the
8.
reds out across the face. No, we can never double the reds out across the face.
I think Carla's going to come down and have a talk. They got lots of time.
Yeah, Sebastian wants to tap the shot rock to the back 8 and roll
We got lots of time.
underneath the New Brunswick rock.
Could we ever
Carla's not sold on that. She
this?
wants to get rid of some
Yeah.
red rocks here.
If you stuff it, that's how you get up 3. This right now, if you make this, I think we lie 3. He's gonna have a hard time getting 3 out.
So the worry
that
with
count. If you're
this
telling
would
me you
be
can't
the
get low here.
ideal
Well,
shot.
I don't. It doesn't look. It looks
There's
like
a
it's
guard
edge on
above
edge.
that top yet.
Yeah.
Running that guard
If you
in.
just get the shooter
but
over
the
here, and this
worry
one back here somewhere.
Okay.
is if they run it in and
I
stick
like
it
back
right
4,
there.
back 8.
Then Sebastian said that's the way to give up 3.
Back 8.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. It's also the way to win the game right now. If you do make that, it'd be really hard for New Brunswick to generate 3 or even 2.
So the call was for the split, I believe,
Yeah.
on their own. Move the shot stone over behind cover, and the shooter would
Yep.
curl into the open.
Can we nose? Is it? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where is it? Whoa. Amanda. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So it looks like they're on nose. They were trying to get across. They're right on nose.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's good.
Might be an opportunity for New Brunswick to hit and roll under. And if they could ever get rid of 2 of the BC rocks, it'd be really good. May not be enough space to do that.
It's going to be, with this one here, it's going to be hard to count that guy. Because this is going to be, you have to roll out to make the double.
Can we make, is there a triple?
Yeah, you can nose it, get the triple. If you ever do that a bit, that's really good too.
I like it.
What's turn?
We do have a final score to report, by the way. It is
The out.
Yukon
But either
getting their
one,
first win of this Canadian Mixed Championship. They even out at 1-1 with a 6-2 win over Prince Edward Island,
kind of wait.
which drops to 0-3. So nice win for the Yukon tonight.
Okay.
Terry Miller and his team from Whitehorse.
So a couple good options can come from this. They're looking at right on the nose makes the triple and would leave them sitting 2. But if they're ever high side and make a double and roll under, I think it's probably the preferred
Peel.
result.
No, it's not peel.
Yep. Really hard. Really hard. Really hard.
Hard, Jamie.
Very nice.
Made the double. They're sitting first and third.
Can I make this?
Well, that's gonna, well, that, no?
Sorry?
Yeah. Sure.
Can I not make the double?
Yeah, you can.
Can make the double, but you got to hit the shot stone first.
Yeah,
Because if you touch that first, it's no good.
it's always hard to make a double when
Three-quarters?
you're hitting
The low shot
the low
first.
shot
Yeah.
first. Yeah, but these are close enough together, and he only
we
has
kick
to move
that
the
out
second one
of
about 3 feet.
And he can throw it hard enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
If he ever gets this out though and ticks the high one first, it could be trouble.
Danger Bay.
Yeah, could be a double jam could be there.
Sebastian Robillard, his first shot of this 8th end.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Close. Yep.
And really nice. That wasn't the way he called it.
No,
He did make contact with the high rock first.
Yeah, just thin enough.
And over top.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one. That wasn't the way he called it, but it worked. And now, James Grattan has 2 shots left, and he's got to make them both count.
I think it's harder to get there.
Really hard to get there too.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Another final to report, Scott. It is Saskatchewan doubling Ontario 8-4. So Dean Grindheim's team from North Battleford
No, but if I roll,
gets in the win column, or they pick up their second win. They're 2-1. Ontario drops to 2-1. And based on what we're seeing, we could be in a position where BC will be the only unbeaten team in Pool B.
like it's real hard to
They
draw
can
there.
finish off this win.
It's whatever you like throwing. That one's not all open, I don't think.
No, we don't. We can roll. No, we just need to roll an inch. We have that for 2, right?
So a few options. They looked at drawing back 8 behind the one that
Oh, I saw this.
that Sebastian just threw. Kind of somewhere in there.
Supersized that rock,
Yeah.
too.
But I think they've decided to try and hit a little bit of a hit and roll in there. Supersized arrows on that too, but you get the idea. There's not a lot of room by the guard to
Hey, Dads, I gotta throw
be
like
able
half.
to roll, but if they can get
Little-
anything
little
underneath,
foam.
then they think
Throw
they've got a
half?
run double with
Right
the
there.
corner guard for 2.
All right.
Yeah, let's come around.
Yeah.
There, the call is changed.
Yeah, so they've gone back to the come around.
Think there?
Back 8.
Real good line.
Just wait.
You hear the call from the sweepers. They got to go.
Line's
They
really
believe it's
good.
light.
Straight. I don't know why you're curling it. Straight. Straight. Hard. Hard.
Line is really good.
Hard. 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 Hard.
Oh, it just rubs. Oh, my goodness.
It was a millimeter from being absolutely perfect, and it would have been back 8, probably shot rock, and it would have left that run double for 2. But BC, Sebastian Robillard, make this go away.
Norm firm.
And that should be Velcro time.
Perfect. You do it perfect.
Sebastian Robillard, his last shot of this 8th end. Chance to finish off a victory, and that would leave this Kamloops team as the lone unbeaten team in Pool B. It's got to get by that guard, though.
Clean.
You like to hear clean.
It backed up a bit, but job done. Sitting 3, and New Brunswick kicking the rocks in. It's handshakes.
And that will be a final. It will be British Columbia winning 5-3 over New Brunswick. And that will complete our Monday action at the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship here at the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. Remember, 3 games tomorrow. We'll bring you games right here on Curling Canada's YouTube channel, produced by our friends at ICAST Live at 12:30 p.m., 4 p.m., 7:30 p.m., all those times Mountain. Join us then, won't you? For color commentator Scott Moncourt, I'm Al Cameron saying good night from Canmore.